Hello everybody, welcome back to Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. Now, in the last episode we played through some of Gunvolt's side of the story, but it's time to go ahead and play through some of Copen's side of the story. So yeah, let's get on with it. Well, there's septima here, but it's too complex to decipher. I hope the shards would give us some insight into their schemes. Lola can analyze septimas that I implant inside her. I thought installing shards would cause a reaction, but so far, nothing. No point moping about it. Let's go check in on your sister. Good idea. I headed for the ward while Mirtha was staying. How's it going, sis? Hi, Copen. I'm alright. She had to type out her words on a tablet. In operation, she had it as a child. A child took over her voice. But she's still really sick and no one knows why. So she stays in a special facility owned by our family. She used to be elsewhere, but then Eden found her. I don't know why those bastards took her. But she doesn't remember anything from that time. Mirtha, what's up, girl? I missed you. I missed you, Lula. Huh? What's this? I feel kind of funny. What's wrong? I'm getting hot, but burning up. Yeah. Neat. Shut the front door. What the heck just happened to me? Is that a new feature? Like the muse's lumen or something? I also have a vested interest in this question, Copen. Lola, I don't have any idea. Wait, did you say lumen? Did the shards I installed in Lola cause this? If so, why now? They didn't do anything before. What's this feeling? Say, Mirtha, you're feeling worse than usual, aren't you? Boo! I thought I was hiding it. How'd you know? It's this form. It's like I can sense you or something. You're feeling worse than usual? Why didn't you tell me? I didn't want either of you to worry. I'm going to know as soon as I look at your test results. I'm sorry. But I felt better when you guys showed up. Maybe it has to do with that new function of yours. Huh? Did Eden do something to Mirtha? But all of our tests didn't find a thing. Maybe her muse's sensitivity is affecting her. Let's get to the lab, Lola. Hey, wait up, boss. None of our treatments did a thing for Mirtha. If this can help her, there's no time to waste. We have to examine the shards and learn what we can. Copen, wait. I have some advice for you. The game doesn't autosave, so you need to do it. Press L to open the menu and take it from there. If you need help on a screen, press R. That will give you more info. Sound good? Thanks, sis. I'll keep it in mind. So yeah, they pretty much show you the same thing. Well, Copen has some other things, but we're gonna head off and... We're gonna head off and do something else for Copen. So we're gonna start with setting this videos and do like I didn't do in the previous episode with Gunvolt, is check the briefing. A group from Eden has stormed Sumeraki's orbital elevator. They're being led with an adept with a mirror shard. Then we need to get there right away. The orbital elevator. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread, it seems. Oh, and this also shows you like the materials that you can get from the mission. But there was one more thing. Also, please ignore the barking dog if you guys can hear that. It's something I forgot to get in this area here, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through the downtown area, and I will meet you guys once I get to it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the area that I was looking for. There's supposed to be an item here that normally you can get that adds to your weapon upgrade. If you had seen earlier, because I'm going to be showing the clip of it, is, before we get here at least, is there was an item that said memory expansion. That is essentially what it is that you get. I think I accidentally picked it up earlier when I was going through this a second time because I had to do that. So I'm guessing as to what it is it just picked it up automatically and, yeah, just kind of kept it apparently. So I'm just gonna go ahead and defeat the boss and redo the stage, and then we'll move on to the other one. So I'll be right back again. Well, anyway, now that with that done, it's time to head off to Babel. So yeah, we already read the mission briefing, so we don't really need to do that a second time. So yeah, pretty much just time to get moving. Anyway, Babel, the goddess of the tower foretells disaster, but the warriors facing the god tells him that to defy fate set by monsters. So let's do this. So if you guys remember the orbital elevator from the first game, is essentially this is what this basically is the second time around, but with Copen. It is a little bit different though. And with Copen's abilities, it's much more fun to actually just fly around in here. Unless you do that. to take him out because I want to get as many points as possible. Okay, I was going to attempt not to land there, but hey, we did, so it's going to be whatever. So Babel isn't exactly a difficult stage, especially, like I said, with Copen, because you have a lot of ways you could fly around, and if you know what you're doing, it's actually not that hard. But this is where things are going to get interesting. So if you guys read the conversations, as Lola is saying that there is hair everywhere, and oh, I forgot about you guys. Let's see. See, also, I'm sorry if I go real quiet. I'm just focused a little bit too much when I'm playing this game, so I do apologize about that. I'm just trying to like keep points up and maximize scores because with this game, well, all the Gunvolt series games, is I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to some stuff, so yeah. Fair warning. See, if you guys actually want to hear like a bit of a fun story though while I try to go through this stage, is if you guys remember when I went up to North Carolina, because I had posted a video on that because there was some slight mistakes with the... Oh gosh, dang it. Anyway, well, like I was going to say is there was actually a fun story to that. Is I had posted that the day I had gotten to North Carolina shortly after I had arrived there. And funnily enough is I went to North Carolina because I had gotten myself my first tattoo. Because I've been wanting to get one for a while, and my friend had recommended me. If you guys are curious what it is I got it on my arm. It's from Mega Man Battle Network. It's a Mega Man symbol that he usually has on it, wears on his chest. Now, if we come up here, though, real quick, because I'm going to continue on the story, is there's actually like a secret passage. And if we can get up here, this is actually kind of difficult to do. And there goes all my points. Well, then, dang it. You can do it, but you get... This is the item I was looking for in the first stage. So if we get that, we get a memory expansion. But I lost all my kudos, which kind of sucks, but sometimes what can you do, really? I'm definitely going to be going back to these stages, though, later to get better ranks and get more items for us to build in the next episode, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, the fun thing about that story is I was hanging out with my friend Sky and her girlfriend Lily. And funnily enough, is we all were having a good time. We went and visited a few places and went, you know, roller skating and stuff like that. It was honestly a really good time, and a time I wish I could go back to, because it was just that much fun. But what ended up happening the very next day was my car broke down shortly after going around a little bit and just kind of getting ready to meet up with them again, which really sucked. And funnily enough is I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but I actually get pretty bad anxiety with something like that. And both of them were just like essentially having to take care of me like I didn't know what I was doing, because I was just in the midst of a serious, like, ready to have a panic attack. And both of them were there just like taking care of me, and honestly I am really glad they were there. Because I had my roommate come and pick me up, and I was like, thank you! Having to drive out like 2 hours just to come get me. Still, though, it was a really good time. If I could change anything about that story, I just wish my car didn't break down. Because, like, I hate having to ask people to do stuff for me. Alright, where's the... Okay. Oh, I thought I lost all my kudos there again, and I was like, no, don't do that to me, game. Look, I keep thinking this is like, Gunvolt Chronicles with the almost third game, but not quite the third game, spin-off-ish game with Copen. I keep thinking I could bounce off walls, but I can't. Ooh. Okay, that's bad. Okay, let me recharge as I landed by mistake. Okay, gotta be careful because enemies are gonna be lurking about. Alright, we got through most of that, thankfully. Ugh, I used to be able to do these stages like without taking any damage at all. But now it's just like, I mean, I'm not super worried about taking damage, but at the same time it's just like, I don't need to take damage. Okay, what's the last two guys? Cool, got another memory expansion. I'll take it. I just reached the orbital elevator. Good hunting, Copen. Yeah, as you guys may have noticed, Copen actually does not have as much dialogue and stuff, and is easier to take out enemies and stuff with. I was expecting you. The stars foretold your arrival. Is that so? Yes, praised to be their holy light. The starlight whispered other secrets to me as well. They say you seek to do ill to the great Zonda. Oh, yep, and she's got one of them books too. I will do what is required to keep Zonda safe. My name is Desna, and you will perish by my sacred hand. Well, you're gonna attempt to have me perish via hair. Oh my god, if I could just bounce off of walls, this would make this fight so much easier. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Alright, now for the fun part of this. Now, the one thing with her attack is you do not want to get grabbed by the hands. If you do that, then you're not dead, but you might as well be. And that's why. Okay, wait till she comes down, and then... There we go. Shredstorm will take care of the rest. Boom. I love it how Lola and Jewel just like pop up for like this split second that you have 1,000 kudos. It's just, I don't know, to me it's funny because it's just like they're there for a little bit, but they have to pop up. We got the shard. Let's go home. You know it. Nori will totally freak if we're any later. Yes, but currently we're in space. So there is that, which is a minor issue. Taking 7 minutes and somehow still getting the S rank. Especially with how many times I took damage. Now, if you guys are curious, you actually can get all 15 of these items, but, let's see, and we get Twin Tail Bunkers. Now, this is something I do need to explain, is Twin Tail Bunkers is, you guys probably have seen this if you have watched a speedrunner or have seen other people play the game, but Copen essentially gets, like, Mega Man abilities. So, Twin Tail Bunkers, I will show off in the next episode because we got some story. I set about analyzing the second mirror shard, and I learned something quite surprising. Each shard contains a different adept's essence. Adepts transform by infusing their shard with their abilities. And the muse does the rest. Presto, and invitation glaive. Installation complete. How goes it, Lola? Great, I think EX weapon system is looking fine. I should be good to go whenever. The EX weapon system lets me install shards into Lola. Then she can use them to recreate Septimas, which I can use during missions. I just have to switch from Stellar Spark to the one mod adapter Gunvolt. Great. I guess adding power to my AS drive worked, huh? But if you use an EX weapon consuming the gauge, you lose the ability to use your flash field. Basically exactly like how it works with Stellar Spark. The gauge refills by itself, but it can't reload like bullets. I'll just have to watch it if I use EX weapons. Increased offense at the price of defense. Hey, yeah, exactly. You should put that on a t-shirt. Honestly, I'd buy that t-shirt. But yeah, Now, I should mention is that, now, you have all these extra weapons. Now, offline just kind of shuts it off and you just have the flash field and you don't have any X weapon. But yeah, eventually we'll fill all these up with special weapons when we take on bosses, because it's kind of like Mega Man. And programming is essentially like how Gunvolt works. Hover is, we could set these and eventually they'll, like, you know, move and stuff like that. And basically it's just like the extra things. And we can synth more gear like this damage buffer, heaven or hell, healing aid, weapon compressor, extra bullets and stuff like that. Let's see. So yeah, if you need like something that you want to have as like an extra thing to use, it's just like there for an extra thing. Pretty much the ones that I would recommend are the weapon compressors, because it reduces the cost for like EX weapons, which is very helpful. Or optionally the bullets. You can eventually equip both because you can get quite a bit of stuff set up. But yeah, it's just how it goes at times. But let's have a little bit of a chat. Once Lola got a new shard, Mythal's health improved. It's irritating to have no idea why this is. But I'm still pleased that it's happening. Yay, Copen, you're here! Mythal handed me a paper as soon as I walked in. It was the results from her latest medical exam. You've grown 3 centimeters. Heck yeah, I did. I've never grown that much before. Her progress really was remarkable. Looks like I'm almost an adult, huh? I've been super healthy lately and now I'm growing. It's like I'm dreaming. Heh. No dreams, sis. You really are getting better. She grinned and I knew how pleased she was. Now, if you're curious what these chatting things is, it does increase your chances of having the... what's it called? Let's see. I found Mythal reading a magazine about dogs. You want a puppy or something, sis? I thought a therapy dog might be useful in her treatment. A what? Therapy dog. They give emotional support to patients. They're specially trained to work in medical environments. Mythal really looks happy staring at those dogs. Is something wrong? You're staring at her rather intensely. Nothing. Well, maybe a dog would be nice. Better than me and all my problems at any rate. We could provide you with training if you want. You'd make a fine therapy animal, wouldn't... What do you say? Pass. But yeah, essentially the conversations just make it so that way the anthem has a higher chance of happening. So if you're trying to get those to go up, then I would recommend doing that. But for now, I think it's a good time to call this an episode with Copen, hit the save button, and yeah. And one thing that I gotta remember is when you level up, you'll slowly get more and more memory expansions, but I'm probably gonna be messing around with Babel and Downtown as well as the Gunvolt stuff just to get some more stuff going. So yeah, just that way I've got some extra backup stuff when that comes around. But anyway, I will see you guys in the next episode when we're back on Gunvolt's side of the story. So until then, later.